Ah, we're live. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, David, Her Ladyship, Bassman, and Basswoman? And I'm gathering Taylor. So, this morning, yeah, weather here got a wee bit shitful. So, ahoy, hoy to Basswoman. So, yeah, fishing didn't happen, but with the car out of the garage, I got a stack of varnishing done. And we'll finish the detailing on the 540k today. Boom. Now, I know what I'm forgetting. Deedly. Deedly. Bing. And bam. There we go. Do we go? There we go. Has it gone to YouTube? It hasn't gone to YouTube. Why the fuck not? Hang on a moment. Let's try that again. Oh, no, it has gone to YouTube. Okay. That's strange. Normally, when I send out the link, it shows the platforms it's gone out to. For some reason, it show YouTube, but concern is not there. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you got the link, so it's all good. Now, okay, before I go any further.
Hello, David.
Hello.
Boom.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
To you.
All righty. Now, move the chair. Hitting some of this with varnish, it's looking so much better. I'll show you what I mean. Once I get into posse. I got a second, the side panels have looked better for the second coat. As far as varnishing goes. Color-wise.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And I'll probably even go a third coat of varnish on it before. And I got myself some turtle wax.
Aha. Best kind of wax there is.
And I also got the paint for the Impala. Which I can probably show you later. And yeah.
Turtle
the
wax.
interior's got with,
what kind of paint you got?
I'll show you. Hang on a moment. Zoom out a little. It's a spray one. I've put it near the door. I put most of my spray cans near the door because, of course, I take them outside. It's a little darker than what I wanted, but it's a good blue metallic. Boom.
Oh, wow, that is a pretty blue. Huh.
Yeah. So that's the color the Impala's going to be. I want it maybe a little lighter, but it's pretty good as a color.
I got a 60s El Camino. I think will look good that color.
Yeah.
I painted yellow, but I think I'm going to change it.
Well, I wanted a metallic blue for the Impala. And like I said, I wanted something a bit lighter, but as far as it goes, that's a pretty nice shade of blue.
It really is.
Yeah, anyway, so I varnished everything. Now, some of this could possibly benefit, now that I've done that, from a bit of nulling.
I think the only car I have painted metallic was what was it? Was actually a Chevelle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And all my models, that's the only one I've ever painted metallic.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah. That's the color I want it to be, or it's going to be. Like, looking forward to how that's going to look. Should come up nice. That's my theory.
It should
Now,
be. The car is more than white, so that should look real nice unless you prime it gray.
if I was, what color should I prime it with, you reckon?
Well, sometimes you can just wash it real good and leave it white. You can prime
Yeah,
it. Yeah, the only time I really prime mine is when the mold
Hello,
comes in like
Robbie.
black or blue or something.
yeah.
If it comes in white, I just leave it
The
white.
there's a thing you can do
Unless I go to deeper.
where you surface it with aluminium,
Huh.
and because of course that's what it would have underneath it. Is
Nice.
aluminium. Now, give me a moment. I'm not where is it? Oh, there it is. Ah, there it is. Null oil. I'm going to do a bit of nulling before I get onto some detailing. Yes, I am.
Question for you.
What's that?
The rear axle.
Yep.
They got two pieces chrome there and there.
Yeah.
Fifth on the middle, but if you have it the right way round, they're like hanging down. And I thought they're definitely there for snagging onto to anything in the road, and we could rip the axle off. I wasn't too sure about it. It seems odd to have like these two, I suppose, like springs for the axles for moving back and forth and to be hanging down. So,
Let's have a look.
and I don't know if that's with the
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Um,
You got
what
the two
I
springs
would,
each side.
huh, it's a yeah. I see why they've drawn it that way. It's a bit freaky, isn't it?
Hmm.
But because those two parts go together, they form.
There's each side of that the central.
Yeah.
That's why. That's what
I see how this operates.
yeah. I
Does
had
it,
it
act,
down that it came apart. So.
does it actually hang down?
Yeah.
No, well, they've drawn it that way, but what you've let me get the excuse me a moment. I will just need to pull that back. What I would say it is up we come. Oh no, it's not even okay. First, we would look for now. Let's go to our back suspension area. There, I reckon. We come into here. You'll see. Right. Let me just get a pointer thing. This will do it. There and there are where they go over the axle. And in the axle, which I have around here, it's there is where the middle parts, there is where the middle parts go.
Yeah, so that's
So
the springs. It's the other two pieces is in between them.
oh, I see what the ones you're talking about. Okay.
It's intriguing.
Hang on. Let's have a look. I think, no use of that wonderful word. Ooh, it's getting a bit tricksy. I'm looking at what the fuck? Okay, yeah, I see your right. So okay. Yeah, that's as clear as mud, isn't it? Okay, what it is, one goes on the back here, one goes on the other side there.
So it's all hanging down.
But as to the specific, oh no, there they are. Okay, hang on a moment. Let's see if we can I think it's as close as we're going to get. Focus, damn you. I know you will. Hang on. Let's see if we can. Aha! Now, there and there are the anchor points.
Yeah, down the lower side, isn't it?
Yeah, either side of the.
Hmm.
And the other side, I would suggest, if we have a look, we probably have something similar, you'd guess. Somewhere there and corresponding on the other side. So yeah, that's and storyteller note. I guess you hit. It's as clear as mud. I'll grant you that. God,
Say that again. It's clear as mud. I've never heard that before.
I got that one many moons ago from some cartoons that I'm actually pretty sure you wouldn't have heard of, although I may be mistaken. But certainly I reckon David would have. The Asterix cartoons.
Oh yes, the like Norwegian
Asterix
Vikings sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Asterix the Gaul was set in Roman times. And
They made a film of
anyway,
it now, and then
he was there were a series of cartoon books that were in some ways, if you look at them in a certain context, they could just the guys who produced them were Goscinny and Udozo. They were French. And depending on your perspectives and how you look at it, the Asterix thing was a very much a call to French patriotism because it's an indomitable bunch of Gauls, i.e. the French, who stand up to the Roman legions and who trick the Romans every time and da-da-da. Now, how this becomes relevant is because they've got this magic potion, you see.
The blue
It makes
car.
them super strong. And when the Romans get hold of it, they're not sure what it is.
Yes, tell us.
And, and the line that one of them talks about is, well, it's as clear as mud. And that stuck with me because I thought that's funny. And yeah, something's pretty mucky. Yeah,
my grandma said.
I see where I done wrong.
But yeah, the some of the great parts about the Asterix cartoons with the names. The chief was Vital Statistics. The Druid was Get a Fix. Unhygienics, the fishmonger. Metallurgics, the blacksmith.
Turn it up. Damn it, man.
And there was
Most of
the names had a joke attached to them.
The green better than blue. Well, thank you, Taylor. I appreciate that.
Yep. Oh, hey, Reverend Robbie, how you doing? So I didn't see you there. Now,
well, we got some bad news yesterday.
well, what's that?
One of our toy places that we visit pretty frequent, the owner got killed in a car accident on 20th.
Oh,
that's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, that was messed up, man. I still can't believe it. We started going to his shop, his store, shortly after he opened. He's only been open for a couple of years, and yeah, they like 36 years old, had 3 kids,
That's
a wife.
no age to die at.
Well, it was on 440 in Raleigh, and it had a several car bump up, and the police were there, the record was there, everybody was pulled off to the side, nobody was hurt, and this dumbass on this Chevrolet truck, not paying attention, speeding, hit one of the cars that was involved in the crash and redirected the car toward where Ed was standing at, and the car hit him and killed him.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. He was a good guy.
Yeah. Yes. There's no age to die at.
Nope.
6.
And more than likely, he was probably going somewhere to buy someone's toy collection to put it in the store, because that's what he did a lot.
Yeah. That's quite sad for that reason alone.
He's actually the guy I was telling you about here a couple of months ago that met Isaac Oscar.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
On the topic of meeting famous people, this is not me meeting famous people.
Say it backwards.
This is a story from someone famous about meeting just somebody, an everyday person. And it's Rowan Atkinson who played Mr. Bean.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And he reckons, because he was, like all stars have an everyday life at some point, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he reckoned he was at a Range Rover parts store, waiting around with a bunch of guys because, well, you know, there's...
It looks like he would drive a Range Rover.
Well, no, because that's what happens when you go. He reckons that's what happens when you go to the Range Rover store. The place is so big, it's about half a mile to the very back. And of course, the part you want's always at the very back.
Yeah.
And by the time they walk that half a mile to and from, they'll check the part, then discover they've got not quite the right part and need to repeat the process. This is the way of the Range Rover parts place, according to Rowan Atkinson. Anyway, he reckons he was there. You could see this guy, his face screwing up and looking a bit, is that, isn't it? And eventually, guys come over to him, he reckons, and said, has anyone told you that you're the spitting image of that actor who plays Mr. Bean? And of course, he replied, well, as it happens, I am. And as the guys had a bit of a chortle, he's then replied, I bet you wish you were. And apparently, the conversation has proceeded that the more he tried to convince the guy that he was, or explain to him that he was in fact the actor, the less the guy believed him.
Shit.
And the guy actually started getting quite shitty with him.
Oh, no way.
And so, of course, it was at that point where you figured, well, you just can't argue with stupid. Because you can't.
Stupid is a stupid person.
He just left it, but it's just like, yeah, that is surreal, really.
Huh.
Having to argue that, yes, I'm me. But yeah, it was just, yes. But yeah, the loss of your friend's a bit sad.
It is. Yeah, tomorrow I probably won't be on here with y'all because we got Bass Boy wants to go to Raleigh and do a couple of things tomorrow.
Okay.
And
I'll come to forgive you in time.
And figure we might stop by well, I'm gonna say Ed's place, and
Yeah.
show our condolences.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Yes,
started.
a pretty harsh way to go, it's got to be said.
Oh man, especially that young.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if you were the ripe old age, you know?
Yep.
But 36, that's like in your prime, man.
Yep. Yep. His boys were young too. I think his youngest son was like 7.
Oh, God.
The oldest one was maybe 12. Had 3.
That's harsh.
Well,
Yes. Now, starting to get a bit of sort of, I've applied Nolan down the lines of the seats to bring them up a bit. Liking how it's coming up.
yeah, getting older. Getting older ain't no fun. That's for sure.
Well, no, they're yeah.
You know how you tell when you're really getting old?
How's that?
When your wife comes in and you lingerie and you look at her and you go, how much that cost?
Yeah. Fair call that. The other
You're in trouble.
I know, right? You just looked at me.
yeah, I'll pay that one. There was something else I was going to say. No, there was another one that I was basically you can tell you're getting old, but I can't. But then something it just went over there somewhere.
It'll come to you in a minute.
Oh, it will.
Speaking of getting old, memory lapse.
Yeah, that's it. Isn't it? Who said that? Who are you?
What? Where am I at?
That's it. I think I told you about when my because my Nan got doddery in her old years, and like couldn't remember people and stuff like that. And I went to visit her one Christmas, and as I've walked in, she looked at me. Who's that? That's Robert, Mum. Oh, here. Who's that? That's Robert, Mum. Oh, here. Who's? Could have played the game all day.
Right.
Yeah,
my mom started hallucinating.
oh, dear.
Past. Yeah. Bassman would go over there and take care of her in the evenings because my stepdad was diabetic and he was real bad off. And she said that mom would say sometimes, like, whose 10-speed is that over against the wall? Or
yeah.
stuff like that. And there wasn't a room.
I think my favorite story and I do have a favorite story of somebody being old and doddery because it's funny for all the wrong reasons. And it's like also because it's like something out of a comedy show, but it's real life. I think I've told you this tale. There was a guy, I got this second hand. Basically, the drill was the grandmother, as she got older and doddery, started telling tales of her youth, recalling tales of her youth. You can see where this is going, can't you?
Yep.
And yeah, sure enough, it probably wouldn't have been so bad if she hadn't been, well, the town strumpet. And what was worse, apparently, was that she got graphic with it.
No.
It's not just saying who she did and when, but how.
Damn it, man.
And like as soon as they could see it, sort of like see it coming, so to speak, they were trying to no, stop it, trying to change topic in some capacity, any capacity,
Yes.
to stop that going further. But you got to say, yeah, that's harsh.
That harsh. Very much so.
There's certain things you just don't want to hear about your grandparents doing. Certainly not in that kind of vivid detail.
No, sir.
All right. Now.
Especially with my grandmother being as religious as she was.
Ooh. Ha! Now, I got to say, in that circumstance, and we're getting into hypotheticals here, but this is what would make it kind of darkly. You can see where I'm going as well here too, I think.
Yeah.
Imagine if all your life had this image of her as being, or seen her as this very religious person, and then as you were to get doddery, you were to start coming out with things that you just thought, oh my God, are you for real? They say it's always the quiet ones.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should.
No, that's true. It's true.
That's funny.
Oh, did you get that? Did you look at that email I sent you where that girl was playing the bass?
I haven't done that yet. Is her name Ellen?
Oh shit! If you hadn't asked, I could have told you what it was. No, it won't Ellen.
Because there's a girl named Ellen who plays bass. She has her own channel. Ellen Plays Bass. She's got a lot of followers, including some quite big name bass players.
I just ran across it today, and now her name wasn't Ellen. Damn it! I can't go on my phone and check because I'm using it right now.
I've got a whole stack of emails to check out from you.
Oh, I know. I sent you a boatload. I sent you some too, David. Did you get them?
Yes, came through it.
But,
I saw a little bit now, switched the computer off and went to bed. I was getting tired. I didn't sleep much anyway. I looked at them again this morning.
Let's go say with getting back to the girl I was telling you about, Ellen is the one I'm talking about here. Ellen, on her channel called Ellen Plays Bass. She'll play some of the most complex bass lines you've ever heard.
Oh yeah, this girl was playing Black Sabbath.
Yep. Her father's clearly a top line musician in his own right.
Right.
And she's clearly picked it all up pretty easily and just loves it. Good on her. And
now is this one that you're talking about? Is this one you're talking about that she looked to be like maybe mid-20s, black hair?
No, younger.
Kind of milky white skin.
No, this one's younger. She'd probably not much more than 13 now.
Oh no, this is a totally different woman then.
And she might be older than that now. But when she first started doing them, she was really young. And the thing about her, to me, is that when I see her do stuff, as far as from stretching.
Oh, we lost him. Come back, Rob.
Oh, hello, Jeff.
Oh, Jeff. How you doing? How you doing?
Hi Jeff, how you doing? Hey, I hope you're enjoying Hawaii. Now, I guess I was saying, because you see this little girl, and she's a little girl, doing full-on hand positions and all, producing these scorching bass lines with really good technique. All you can really do as a grown man is say, well, clearly it's not the size of the hands that are the issue. There's no excuse if she can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's actually quite inspiring in its way.
Well,
Because,
no more what I watched today, it inspired me, man. I mean, it made me like, damn, maybe I need to buy a bass.
Look, a well-played bass is a thing of beauty in my eyes. Unsurprisingly, being a bass player.
And this girl also played the regular guitar as well.
Yeah, look, every instrument has its merits and joys. In simple terms, every instrument. Trombone was a cool instrument because of its versatility. In terms of it fits really easily into a number of genres, classical, jazz. A good old brass section sounds good, and a good old brass section is not complete without a trombone.
I love hearing someone play a flute.
Flutes are cool, hard to play. Because apparently, the trick with a flute is where most wind instruments you're blowing into them. Apparently, on a flute mouthpiece, you actually have to blow across it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And David seems to have some knowledge of this. Have you ever played a flute, David, or do you know some flautists?
What now?
Yes.
I was wondering if David had ever played the flute or if he knew some flautists.
No, I used to watch a few, and they, when I was at school, they used to try and get us to do different things, and it was always hard to do things. I think everybody preferred the drums.
Drums are pretty well. Here's the thing to consider, and all beyond the mere. Yeah, everybody would prefer the drums because you just hit them. At the end of the day, though, playing drums properly, and I'm sure we all know, there's a real art to that, and there's a big difference between just playing the drums and being a drummer.
Yep, absolutely, 100%. There's this, well, he's older now, I'm sure, but there's this 10, 12-year-old little boy, and dude, he was amazing. He could play some of the top-notch songs from the like Metallica and places and bands like that.
The Japanese guy, he started off when he was really young. His channel, that is, and he's older now, but he's continued doing his stuff. But first time I saw him doing something, he would have been, it was almost comically young, and with this cheesy Japanese, you know how the Japanese have this really enthusiastic smile they seem to, whenever they're getting into something. He had that enthused smile that only the Japanese seem to have. And with all the hyper energy of, an 8-year-old boy, but pulling off the kick-ass drum licks.
Yes, sir. Well, he would play the song in the background and play the drums to the beat of the drums in the song.
Oh, Jeff's the drummer.
Jeff's the drummer?
Yeah, he'd have an appreciation of exactly what we're discussing here. There's people who think they can drum, and then there's actual drummers. There's a whole stack of artistry to being a drummer.
Yep.
There's a lady in the UK. She was going. She learned to play drums, but she was losing her hearing. She teaches people how to play drums and everything because she can feel the vibrations.
Yeah, right.
Oh, wow.
She's an international drummer.
Wow.
That is cool.
On a few
I can
shows.
see how that would operate.
Yeah.
Because, of course,
Yeah.
ultimately, that's what it's all about.
I've seen a lot of people with disabilities like that can do amazing things.
Look, yeah. I mean, I used to work in a disability unit. One of the freakiest things I saw, there was one kid there, and look, all bullshit aside, and without meaning to sound uncharitable, which means I'm about to, for all the world, he was Ralph Wiggum. Dead set serious. In every capacity.
Ralph who?
Wiggum from The Simpsons.
Oh.
Ralph, yeah. The body language, the airheadedness, everything.
Wow.
Was there. And it was even a mild joke. I mean, you shouldn't make jokes about this sort of thing, but amongst the staff, it was generally acknowledged, Ralph. And anyway, here's the thing, or here's the kicker, as it were.
Premier League have a new challenge.
And it's this. One day I saw him doing some colouring in, doing some artwork. And he had one of those books that have sort of like just an empty picture and you colour it however you want. It was the most spectacularly, beautifully coordinated array of colours done in, and it was just like, what the fuck?
Wow.
He had a real eye for colour matching and coordinating and all the rest of it.
Huh.
And I was just going, what the fuck? How? But yeah. And so much so that I would actually, and I said to Dad, look, have you considered taking him and getting him proper classes?
Wow.
And I'm not sure of what was going to go with that, if anything ever did. But that would have been probably the one realistic shot the lad would have had of being able to be self-sufficient. Just by any and every other capacity, no. I'm sorry to say. But in that area, wow. How? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It just blew my mind. And in the meantime, well, to be fair, I don't know if you ever saw a rock with the leprechaun. He told me to burn things. I don't know if you ever had that experience. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, it was quite. It was a classic example of he's beyond.
When you see people with just skill and raw talent, you just want to tear into their brain to see how they think, how they look at things, how they perceive things.
Look, there's actually a remarkable amount to be learned sometimes from interacting with people with disability. And a really good example of that for me was a young lad named Henry. Henry attended a early childhood education place I worked at. And it was well acknowledged by both the staff and indeed Henry's family that, well, Henry was differently developed intellectually. And look, he was a lovely lad. He really was. Never misbehaved, never did anything nasty. But here's the thing. Like every kid, by the way, I've got to paint there's a edge around here that's got to be painted. He, like every kid, when he was playing, something would go wrong though, and he'd get hurt and he'd start crying. Fair enough. So you'd pick him up and start giving the there, rah rah routine, and then he'd find something to distract him, and it might be something as trivial for Henry anyway as a flower that he liked the looks of, and suddenly all his problems would be gone.
Huh. Had a coping mechanism.
There's something to be learned there, in as much as, well, he was able to just, having found something else, leave his whatever was upsetting him behind.
Yeah, help him cope with it.
That's an ability I think most of us wish we had.
True.
And as I said to one of the staff, whilst I wouldn't want to live in Henry's mind, it would be curious to visit for a day.
Absolutely, yep.
So you could see what it was like.
Not my day, just a few hours, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And like I said, and as we agreed, in fact, as we disagreed then, it's not somewhere you'd stay, but it's somewhere that would be interesting and quite interesting. But oh my God, I just came up with this really dark sort of comedy thing that would have to be set in the future, where there's these parents selling timeshare onto their disabled son's mind, just so as people can have a learning experience. And now there have to be some where this would go somewhere else. Oh my God. How could I write? I'm already trying to come up with ways I can present that.
It's kind of like me. I can draw, I can draw pretty decent. And when I see someone else draw something, I'm like, why are you having a hard time with it? Things that's easy to us is not as easy to others.
When I was teaching, I remember, there's a couple of bits here that need to be silver, or chrome rather, and they will be. Anyway, I'd show people something, and I might finish with, and it's just that easy. And get the response, it's that easy for you.
Well, that's what Basswoman told me here a while back. She was learning to crochet. She's like, everything you touch, you sell that. She said, you taxidermy. I had a successful business for 10 years with it. I can draw. I started taking these clay sculpting classes, and I've made several things, and they look really awesome. And my models and me drawing. And she's like, some people just don't have that kind of knack. And I guess that's what it is, knack.
Here's a line of thought for you. As you know, writing is something I'm good with.
It is. It really is.
I'm good at writing. Yeah. I'm good at scale modeling as well.
Yep.
That's an artistic. And look, they're both artistic endeavors.
Yes,
good with music, and I can't draw to save myself. It's a different field of an artistic endeavor, and it's for me, the challenge I have is I can never get the whole depth thing going on. That's what kills it for me. The trying to get depth.
Yeah. I can understand that. Now I can. Before I.
But what I would also say, however, is that. Oh, in fact, here's what I'm setting up a script for the book that you've started reading of mine.
Okay.
And once I've got that finished, apparently my next step is to do what's called storyboard.
Oh.
Storyboarding should not be confused with motorboating. The what storyboarding is where you basically draw the camera angles you're going to want to use and what they're going to see.
Oh, okay.
It's a thing, apparently. And apparently once I've done that, that's my next step before I can start pitching it to people. Now, the point being that when it comes to storyboarding, and I was first told about it by a mate of mine who has qualifications in cinematography and how to do the whole thing. He said, look, you don't have to draw, you can use stick figures. And that's probably what I'm going to be using. I think that'll tell you all you need to know.
Well, one thing with me, I've always been good with my hands.
As the bishop said to the choir boy. I'm sorry, that was just too easy. As the bishop said to the choir boy. Oh my God, 2 for 2. Dear me, eh? Now, hey Stephen, how you doing?
Hello.
Hello, Stephen.
Yeah. Get my coffee running.
There's a young lady named Lucy. She's deaf and blind, but she can play on computer on a keyboard the classics, and she's note perfect.
Wow.
She's been to the Royal Variety shows as well for this, and she's some of the big conductors in the road saw her, and they're astonished.
Wow.
Quality. And she's on YouTube, so those tales. Her tutors, when he went to had to go to the palace, and he's not a royalist, should we say? So he did dress up. I'm surprised they let him in. but yes, so she's just perfect tones, and she just moves her head around as she tries to hear things and feels the noise. But, yeah.
Oh,
it shows what people can achieve really with that. I mean, you've got to admire the determination there, because that of its own is a pretty big effort, even just to be achieved playing, let alone.
Yep.
But it's one of the things I sort of like really admire in people who are able sort of go past their disability, if you see what I'm saying. There's no strength of character beyond that most of us have. Well, most of us know we have. Who knows? We're not in that position. We'll have to do it.
Yep. And then there's ones out there that will milk it for everything it's worth.
Yeah.
There was a couple of years ago. There was a young lad. Autism, but he give it a piece of paper and a pen, and he can draw a scene without lifting the pen off the paper.
Oh, I've seen this guy.
And
he's got an amazing artistic talent. Note artistic, I guess artistic and autistic, depending on your perspective.
Y'all remember or ever had when you were younger the Etch-a-Sketch?
Yeah,
Etch-a-Sketch.
It was red with little white knobs. My sister dated a boy that could draw amazing pictures with the Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah, right. There's a.
I could probably write my name on it.
Here's a great Family Guy Etch-a-Sketch moment, because Peter comes into a room where there's Stewie and Brian, and there's the wife. There's an Etch-a-Sketch next to a iPad and or a tablet at least. And Peter comes in and says, "Oh, I just need to borrow the tablet." And as he leaves the room, Stewie looks at Brian and says, "He just took my Etch a Sketch." And then you hear Peter's voice saying, "Show me busty Latinas." Show me busty Latinas. Can somebody turn the Wi-Fi on?
Damn.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Batman.
In a similar vein, where Stewie walks into the kitchen, and there's Brian with a laptop. And Stewie says, "Oh, so what you doing?" And Brian says, "Oh, I'm just looking at a spreadsheet, trying to get my head around these numbers." And gets the response of, "I can see the Pornhub logo reflecting in your eyes." He said, "Oh, well, basically, closes the computer down." He gets then once he's done that, Stewie looks at him quite accusingly. And hits him, "What exactly was the end game if I hadn't arrived now?"
I think we all know.
Yeah.
You know, more people now talk by text and email than they actually do on the phone or in person.
Ah.
Yep. Today's technology, everybody's gotten away from their roots. And, you know, back when we were growing up, we had those rotary phones. You had to remember your phone number, your mom, dad's work phone number, your friend's phone numbers.
Oh, yeah. It was the whole thing you had to know.
Yeah. People's memories are very weak now when it comes to stuff like that.
I'm not entirely surprised.
Remember, you used to go places using a paper map?
Yes.
I bet most people today could take a paper map. They turn it around 3 times.
I wonder how many people can actually still use, knowing that north was the top of the map and stuff like that. I mean, it used to be sort of like something that was just taught in school.
Yep. And cursive writing. You know, we all had to learn cursive writing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ha.
And signing. You know, actually writing a signature. Yeah. They don't require shit no more. Digital signatures.
Yeah, that's true. There's I was going to say, with regards to cursive writing, that there's actually a Simpsons moment there, because when in the parody of Goldfinger, or the James Bond parody, you only move twice, which is where he ends up working for Hank Scorpio. When Bart goes to the school and they try to get him to sort of like read some cursive, which he can't do, the teacher takes him outside of the class and says, "So, Bart, have you ever done cursive writing?" He said, "Well, I know hell and damned and I see. And do you know your times tables? I know of them."
And hell, that's another thing, you know, doing simple math.
Yeah.
On that damn phone, man, they're stumped.
Yeah. Ha! Although here's an amusing one. in that same way, because there's a
That's of this generation.
a few times.
Generation that's going on now couldn't do these things.
There's you've heard me make talk a few times of a British comedy show from the 80s, Yes Minister. And there's one episode where this is Yes Prime Minister, and he's discussing the state of education, saying, kids aren't learning how to do what they need to do. Back in the day, we all knew the process of how to do multiplication,
Yep.
And
it was a requirement in school. It was a requirement.
His senior says to him, well, one could argue that with calculators, one no longer needs to know how to do it. He's basically, of course, the Prime Minister comes up with a logical argument. Yeah, but you need to know the process. I mean, we all knew how to do that once, didn't we? We were all shown how to do it. And yes, but for example, and then he hits him with, what's 3,764 multiplied by 2,310?
A whole lot.
And then as the Prime Minister stumbles briefly with the line of, well, I need a piece of paper and a pen for that, his other secretary comes over with a piece of paper and a pen. Yeah, not helpful. But yeah, it's
See, when I was going to school, it wasn't required to learn a language. Like now, you got to learn Spanish.
Actually, depending what part of the US you're in, that's not so silly. Because a lot of people do speak Spanish, I believe.
They do.
Which is unsurprising by geographical proximity to, well, Southern and Central America.
Matter of fact, my Amazon driver the other day was Hispanic, and he had problems with our delivery. So I was out there with him while he was on the phone. And I was pretty intrigued in hearing him talk.
Ay, caramba!
He'd stop talking to her for a minute. He'd talk to me in English, and he'd go right back, talking in Spanish.
It's amazing when people do that, isn't it?
I was just floored, man. I'm like,
that's
here I'm there looking like a dumbass.
With language, and yeah, I dig it. When I see people do that, all I can do is just go, well, wish I could pull that off.
I know, right? Amazing. And his English was pretty good too, truthfully.
Well, the thing I always think,
he was older.
As you know, I learn a couple of languages and but being able to speak fluently is quite another story.
Absolutely.
And so, to me, whenever somebody says, "Oh, my English isn't very good," I'm willing to bet it's a whole lot better than whatever language you know what I mean. And so I just figure, if they can merely communicate at all in English, they're doing it, because English is a prick of a language too.
It is.
I wouldn't want to learn it as a second language.
Nope.
One thing that's interesting with languages, not just English, but all languages, is that you can tell a lot about them, or about the history of the country they come from, because of them. In terms of, you look at Spanish, yes, it's got a lot of Latin. It's also got a lot of Arabic.
Oh.
Because of the Moors coming through there. And because, of course, just across the Strait of Gibraltar is, well, North Africa. So it's got a lot of Arabic terms. Where French has a lot of the original Celtic terms with Latin. I would suggest that Italian is more of a straight line evolution of Latin to contemporary era, because just by sheer geography. The reason English is such a pig of a language is because it shows English history where different populations have been through and left their linguistic mark. The Romans, the Celts were there first, then the Angles and the Saxons arrived, or then the Romans, then the Angles and the Saxons, and then so it goes. All of them leaving their language mark.
Well, that piece is gone. I'll never find it. I squeezed my tweezer too hard.
I did. Yeah.
Well, there went that one. Okay.
These are. I'm working on the wheel rims here, and what they do.
Yeah, I'm trying to put an oil filter on, oil cap on the valve cover. I just shot one across the house.
That's a bit subpar.
Yeah, I squeezed it a little too hard.
What I'm working on here, these
fucking finger
go on the wheel hubs. Like, I'll show you the picture. For me, they are, zoom out, Rob. Those.
already. Nice.
So if you zoom out a bit further in turn, black there to match. This is where we'll have our red, obviously. So there you go. Now, let's see. Well, we've been going for an hour. Who would have thunk it?
Give it to me more, baby.
You're talking about maps. I can use the map to find out the route for anywhere. But if I visit somewhere, it could be 10, 20, 30 years later before I go back there again. And I'll know, recognize a spot, and I can make my way through anywhere.
I'm pretty good with that.
That's pretty good.
Got photographic sort of memory for traveling.
Well, that's
I'm
good.
not bad that way either. I find, actually, I'll be curious to see what your method is if it matches mine. What I look for is there's something about say I'm approaching an intersection. It needs to look a certain way. And if it looks right, and that's the point where I'm supposed to turn, or I think I'm supposed to turn, I do. And if I look right or turn, if it still looks right, I continue. It needs to continue to look right, if you follow me. Is that how it rolls for you?
Yes. Yeah. But, see if something familiar, press a tree or a church or some building or
places,
river. Yeah. And that sort of helps, guides me.
Yeah.
Like a sort of sense of my compass point, which way I'm facing.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Useful.
Yep, with Google Maps, this generation, if their phone dies, they're lost.
Hey, let's not be shy. With Google Maps, you might be lost from the outset.
Yeah, and what really sucks is when you make a turn or miss a turn, having to reconfigure, and you're like, "What the fuck? Where am I supposed to go?"
Yeah.
Yeah, wait for the AI lady to tell you which way to turn, which way to go.
All right. once these are done, it's down to the chrome, I think.
The worst one's the lorry drivers. When they get lost and end up going down a country lane, there's a sharp right turn at a house or something, and they go the wrong way.
I saw this hilarious story being told by, now I reckon David would know who I'm talking about. You might not, Bassman, we'll see. Richard Harris, the actor.
Yes.
What do you play again?
You'd probably know him from A Man Called Horse. But when I say an actor, we're talking a long time ago. We're talking one back in the day. Very good actor, it must be said.
Well, you know, you're only 2 years older than I am.
Well, yeah. Hey, what can I tell you? Anyway. Point being that he grew up in Ireland. Well, he's Irish, is the bottom line. And his father had a farm, and he had to make some kind of special delivery on behalf of his father. He was quite a young guy, and made the delivery, and the recipient being sufficiently happy to offer him a few whiskies, and stayed a bit long and got a bit hammered, as you do. Looked at his watch, realised the time, and that he was going to have to take a shortcut to get back to home. And he'd still have to go pretty fast even then. Jumped into his truck, and what he had failed to factor into his route home, the shortcut, was there was a bridge in the way. And indeed, a bridge sufficiently low that it was lower than his truck. And in his inebriated state, he concluded that obviously, if he drove fast enough, the truck would get through. You got to say, and how pissed would you have to be for that logic? But we'll leave that discussion there. And anyway, and he has, with all the conviction as required, attempted to do just that, with the really predictable result that he's been and gotten himself stuck under the bridge, wedged.
Yeah.
And as he's there, unable to go forward or back, apparently this copper has happened upon him, and sidled up to him and said, "Now, you're right there, are you, son?" And response, and the response he gave apparently was, yeah, look, I just been delivering this bridge. You think, nice try. But yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Truck going down the wrong road.
Imagine that.
I just love the concept of, I'm just delivering this bridge. Of course you are. Beautiful.
He was in Harry Potter films.
He is, isn't he? That's right.
He's in Harry Potter films. What does he play in Harry Potter?
That's head teacher, whatever it is, long beard.
Dumbledore.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Yeah, it's he played in. It was one of the first films
Now, is it the Dumbledore from the older ones or the newer?
Older ones, I think.
Because one of them
died.
Okay, it's the first one.
Yeah, right. There you go. That's Richard Harris.
Yeah, we like us some Harry Potter now. It's just one of those shows you watch over and over and over and over. It's kind of like the Big Bang Theory. We watched the Big Bang Theory through. Oh my God. We've probably seen every episode 20 times. At least. It's on now, my fact. Yeah, Big Bang's on now.
Oh, there you go. I was going to say, with regards to Richard Harris, he actually was in a movie I saw years ago where he played. Okay, this is a bit of a. David would know the historical figure in question. You may not, Bassman. We'll see how we go. Oliver Cromwell?
Yes.
What are you playing?
No, Oliver Cromwell's a historical figure.
Oh, historical figure. No. Who's,
okay.
British Civil War.
Yeah, the British had a civil war in what, 1600 and something, was it?
Yeah.
David? Anyway, it was led by Oliver Cromwell, and Richard Harris starred in a movie about it, and he played Cromwell.
And Sir Alec Guinness was Charles I.
Okay. Anyway, but I saw him in one part of it, and he delivers this line that I think is absolute gold. And it's because there's two armies lining up opposite each other. The negotiators have gone out and done their thing, as they do. And neither side is backing down, so it now comes to battle. And once they return and decide and say, well, yes, it's come to battle, then da-da-da-da-da. So, well, what are we waiting for? Oh, we're waiting for the appointed time. Because, of course, the polite thing in the day was the battle started at this time. And the response is, the appointed time? The appointed time is now! And launches his attack. Yeah, that is correct.
Damn. Oh, shit, a brick.
No point waiting for it. There we go. One more. Oop, a little spot there. You right?
Yeah, I still got a bit of cold.
Deary me, Gov.
Yeah, boy.
Dan's got it, and she's going out to Scotland.
I'm just looking at something and seeing that these are for the wheels that are on the axles. These are for the spare tires. There's two different things going on there, it would appear. Now,
you got 6 tires. There's 2 spare ones on the side.
Yeah, they go on the side doors. Yeah. Now. Oops. Need to give that a bit of a wipe. Now, once I've gotten these done, it's time to look up a word.
Oh, that's right. We've not done the word.
The bird, and the bird's the word. It seems you're missing news of a certain ornithological piece. News of a certain avian variety. All right.
You must breathe.
Now,
Son. Breathe.
yeah, breathing's a handy idea on
Oh,
the
dear.
occasion. All right, last little area of this color, I think. Unless I'll just make sure there's none others or no other spots I want to do. We're looking pretty solid. It's okay, sir. We're solid.
The thing I like about this Starsky and Hutch kit, it gives you 2 sets of decals. You got in case you fuck up one set, you got another set.
Look, I'm a fan of manufacturers who do that sort of thing. I really am.
Yeah, some of them are stingy bastards. They don't give you but one set. And shitty ones on top of that.
That is one thing I'd say for that armor hobby. Hearing me, Dave. God.
Medicine.
Bring you some milk. Go suckle on a goat. Get some of that milk. Make you quit cooping. Always helps me.
All right. That's them. Done. Fantastic. Now just a quick gander here. Very good there. Clean brush.
Oh, dear.
Now, there's something I need to consider.
What do we need to consider?
Well, first, to have a look at it because of the part that I'm wanting to have a look at. I accidentally dropped off the table. I've got to go get it. But it's the bonnet. And the question I need to pose for myself is, do I saw it?
Do you saw it? What?
All will be revealed. Ha! For a brief moment, I had a flash from a Simpsons episode, more specifically the one where Homer meets his mother, and when they Monty gets the FBI onto her, they show this taxi driver a picture of her, and oh, I can't tell. It's a pretty old picture. The quick get the laptop thing. Well, she should look exactly 25 years older, and then shows you the number 25. And he chips that with, "Oh, I seen her. That is to say, I saw her." But in this context, it's not the visual saw we're talking about. It's where the two saw. So there we go.
That's it.
But yes, all will be revealed, good people. All will be revealed, as the bishop said to the choir boys, plural. I'm a bad man. Now, first, however, I need a mouthful of coffee, and then we need a word.
You know the difference between a priest and Woody from Toy Story?
Oh, here we go. What's that?
Woody goes limp when a kid walks in.
Nice. Nice. Pleasantly wrong.
It is very much.
Where did I put? Oh, here it is. Now.
Oh dear.
Where should go for?
Well, I might skip doing the
Kingy.
seat belts on this. Well, I don't know. Wait. What you got?
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy. And we're going for the letter P. Pissing down anyone's back. Flattering him. So if you're pissing down someone's back, you're flattering them.
Sitting down someone's back, you're flattering them. You remember that, okay?
Pad borrowers, horse stealers.
Okay.
Say that last part again.
Pad borrowers are horse stealers. It's in the stealers of horse. Yes, people who nick your horses. Pate, the head. Carroty-pated, red-haired.
Damn.
There's a. This is another this is a Montyism, because when he's going for his driver's test, and Selma's started to go through menopause, and as she starts to overheat, she winds the windows down, and he calls her a senseless thunderpate.
What?
A senseless thunderpate.
Thunderpate.
Why? What you close those windows, you senseless thunderpate?
Thunderpate.
Yep. Now let me go and get that. Now that I've done that, I need to get the part that's fallen off, that being the bonnet, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Good, good. Sam, that part of it.
Now it's a bit of a journey to get to where I need to get to get it. It's a pain in the ass. Never mind.
Maybe gone sometime.
Yes. I need to go outside.
Send us a postcard.
Do you know that line, Bassman?
What line?
The line is, I need to go outside for a while. I might be gone for some time.
I heard something.
Oh,
similar.
It's actually full on. It's, it goes...
Scott in the Antarctic.
What?
Scott in the Antarctic. When the
Yes. Captain Oates.
Yeah.
There was a guy named Captain Oates. When the party were trying to get to where it was safe, that was there a broken leg? You must have had a broken leg, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it, David? And anyway, story runs. They were camped one night in the middle of a blizzard. The guy in question has said, I need to go outside for a while. I might be gone for some time. And basically, he had chosen to just walk off and die, so as his mates had a better chance of survival. Yeah. You got to give him points for doing what he's got to do, you know?
Right.
That's pretty brave, pretty tough.
I would say so.
Now, what I was considering was this little piece here, good people, being the bonnet.
Wow. It folds,
Now,
don't
pardon?
it? It opens up, don't it? You can fold it.
No, well, not. I'd have to saw it.
Yeah, you have to score it to make it do that because my 34 truck did that. You have to score it.
And because it does have the spots to do it,
Yep.
I'm just going to have to be very delicate.
Yes, please do, because it's not a well-designed feature of those vehicles, because mine, after you opened the hood a couple of times, it actually broke, and I had to go in there and put
What I'm looking at here,
rubber band and glued it to the bottom side of mine and painted it black, so then I could access it and use it like it
what
needed
I'm
to be
looking
used.
at here is more that actually curves slightly. Rubbing. Okay, let's get a few things happening with, because that way I can get the bonnet up. Is the theory? Well, in fact, it's more than theory; it becomes fact at that point, doesn't it?
Go on up.
Now, my other option is to not do that and just have it that I have to lift it up to show off the engine, but that's kind of suboptimal.
Yep.
Now, it'd kind of been nice if they had thought about that, but never mind. All right, now, I'm kind of inclined to start from this side.
That was some good fucking glue.
Let me have a look at.
That piece is on there. Bam.
What we'll do.
Motherfucker glue quick.
Fortunately, I varnish, so I can be a bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Rough with it. As far as put things on, expect the paint to stay looking pretty or pretty-ish.
Dave, what type of super glue do you use?
For my models, I just use Revel. Give me a moment.
What do you use, David?
General, I've got Revel here and Tamiya.
That's what I use.
See, that Tamiya glue doesn't work quick enough for me.
Tamiya.
What you can get is quick dry cement from Mr. Hobby, and that's can be handy if things aren't staying together so nicely.
This sort of thing, you put the pieces together and put a bit around the edges, and because it's so thin, they'll sink in, and they'll set, melt parts together. Like permanent fix then.
Okay. I know you said you're having a problem with your parts popping off yesterday.
No.
I think
the reason Loctite super glue. I don't need an activator. And man, this stuff works really well. It dries quick.
With the chrome on these pieces, the glue is not sinking through that chrome. So
now on the chrome pieces, it pays to sand off the part that's going to be glued to the other.
Yeah, that's what I've done. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't sand the two chrome pieces and get the chrome off of it, they will never bond. They will if it sets overnight, but you get a butter adhesive if you sand them. Oh.
Right.
Hey, yo. Stop that knees bent advancing behavior. Mouthful of coffee. Oh, yeah. Now. That angle. It's going to be heaps cuntier. I wouldn't mind seeing if I wonder.
What is all that noise? You building a house?
This is coming together rather well, actually. Rather clean. Give me a moment and I'll get that bit done. That's rather good.
Ooh.
Oh, swing, swish. Maybe it's a little file, but there we go. Boom. So, which then leaves us. Actually, I know what I'll go with this one. I reckon, if it'll fit. Ooh, sounds a bit saucy. Yeah.
Well, Daddy always told me it didn't fit to force it.
No, it's too chunky. It's a bit slippery. We're not having that. What I might do.
Pray tell you doing.
Actually, am I overthinking this?
Absolutely.
I would suggest I am. Why don't I just do as I did before? Oh, come on. This is being a bit more cunty. Or actually, maybe if I go this way.
You can build it. Yes, you can.
Yes, I can. Yeah, it's staying roughly in the middle. Jesus. And then I'm getting a bit out of the line.
Build it, you can.
Hey, yo.
Do or do not. Well, there is no try.
That's the one. There we're coming. That's the line I want. That's what they want. Dude. Oh,
Give them
dear.
what they want.
We were.
We can do the Russell Crowe. Are you not entertained?
That's the one. There we go. Boom.
Laka.
Yeah. Now, bit clumsy there, but I can tidy that up and no one will see shit. Particularly as at the end of the day, that's going to be more boom anyway. So what are they going to see? Fucking nothing.
That's it, baby.
Now, is there anything I need to worry about here? Don't think so. We're doing well. All right, that's a bit good, that is. Happy about that.
Good.
Now, I'm going to attend to that later.
Later.
Yeah, because first I'm going to see about finishing off chrome stuff. All right. Now, put these away. Now, there's a few spots of chrome I need to consider as well. Beyond the spokes of the wheel, that is. Happy about that. I really am. It's one of those things that it's not that hard, but it can go wrong. You know what I'm saying?
It can.
And it hasn't. So it's all good.
Oh, good.
All righty. Let's get our... hang on a moment. Oh, that's fine. Let's get our... let's see how that... I've hit this with some null now, so it's looking real nice. That's the going to be the dash ultimately.
Oh, yeah.
I've still got to have that.
Say it with me, David. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, of course, at the moment, because I haven't got the silver part in with that and any other parts that need to go on it, I can't say I got it all now. But, yeah, it's starting to look quite nice. Well, the various parts are anyway.
Rockin' party.
I think I told you I saw an interview with Burt Reynolds, and he was saying that one of the actors who I got to play the hillbillies he actually knew, but he was pretty much ad-libbing his lines because he couldn't read.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't remember who the director was, but
The lip syncing.
No, that was actually obviously that wasn't lip syncing, but I know I'm on to you. But he apparently when they were sort of like, 'cause they weren't having much luck in trying to find actors who really could do the full hillbilly thing. Let's face it, Hollywood's not exactly full of those sorts of guys. And Burt Reynolds reckons he knew this dude who was pretty much, yeah, he knew he couldn't read or write, and just it didn't say how he knew him, doesn't really matter. But he's turned to the producer or the director and said, "Yeah, I know a guy." And he just said to him straight out, "Look, you just got to be aware he can't read or write." He said, "That's fine. We can work with that." And at the end of the day, they've gotten the guy to come in. Again, when Burt Reynolds first approached him, he's actually said, "But I can't read or write." And he's said, "That'll be fine. Just come on in." And basically, they said to him, "Look, this is what your character is like. This is the lines this is the situation. This guy's got the other hillbilly had set lines. So just come up with whatever you can to fit the scene." And I think that might have been when he first came out with the "Got a pretty little mouth, ain't he?" And yeah, the basic line was, "Yeah, he's got the part." Yeah, well, let's face it, it is one of the lines of all time.
Oh, Lord.
And you know somebody's deliberately trotted that out in some sort of similar circumstance just because of that movie.
Absolutely.
A factor which is kind of disturbing.
What show? There was a movie.
Just make sure this is all looking pretty.
Hell, I can't remember. But I've heard that line used in another movie. I'm trying to
That
remember.
doesn't surprise me. How could you not?
It was golden.
It's one of those lines that is ideal for either parody or just general mimicry.
There was two guys that gone somewhere in the RV that they got from one of the guys' grandfather.
It would have been something like now there used to be somebody in Kumar doing they escaped from Guantanamo Bay. And the reason I think it might have been something like them, can't remember what the first guy's name was, but I do recall there being some reference
I like the
in
plump.
one of the movies to, and I quote, a cock meat sandwich. So it sounds potentially like the sort of movie that might have delivered that sort of a comment, if you follow me.
He sure has got a pretty mouth, Paul.
Oh, dearie me. Ooh. Just makes the skin crawl, doesn't it?
I like the plump one.
Ha! Then there's the I believe I've shared these corkers with you. There's the good old line out of Megadeth. Boy, your soul better belong to Jesus. Because your ass belongs to me.
Oh.
I think I may have also told you about the white-eyed college boy. Gets thrown in the cells.
College boy. One-eyed college boy.
White-eyed college boy gets thrown into the cells with Bubba. Bubba ain't seen a woman in 20 years. And gone for another 20. Looks at the college boy. So, boy, you want to be the mama or the papa? The papa? That's good, boy. Now, come over here and suck mama's cock.
Oh, shit. Like the big redneck man in the tight blue jeans, cowboy boots, guy's shirt pulled over his belly, digging in his belly button while he's got a little skinny white boy in the bathing suit cleaning his jacked up truck's rims and talking about getting there deep, boy.
Dear, oh dear. Dearie me.
He run his tongue around his mouth and got his finger in his belly button. Get in there deep, boy.
Now, something I need to work out. Okay. Wow. Just looking where else I need to hit with Chrome to get it all looking pretty. And there are a couple of spots. Yes, there are.
Oh, did you get the other Weaker Geographic where that dude, the other black guy doing the kung fu?
That I haven't gotten yet.
Oh, that's right. You said you hadn't looked at them yet.
Not yet. All in good time. Now.
I know that one you sent me where they had that pool barroom fight.
Oh, that's hilarious, isn't it?
God, man.
Yeah.
There's some dirty shit in it.
Yeah, there was.
Like that one, the guy who does that just brutal king hit that pretty much knocks the guy unconscious.
Damn.
Dirty shot.
Oh, right at the beginning of it.
Very early on, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. How did you see that mother seal?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, that's just.
Motherfucker, you killed him.
That's that was in Tasmania, wasn't it?
Yeah. Pointy heads. That's what they are down there. Pointy heads.
Pointy heads.
Is that the Tasmanian Tourist Information Centre?
Yes. The big thing we pay out Tasmanians with over here is we call them pointy heads because they live on an island as opposed to the rest of Australia. And sometimes we'll pay our Victorians by saying, you guys are just Tasmanians who learned how to fucking swim. But yeah, the general thing we pay out Tasmanians for is being inbreeders.
Yeah, that's what we call West Virginians around here.
And the big joke is that they've all got two heads or a scar on their shoulder where they've had the second one removed.
Or your mama, your cousin, your sister.
Oh, well, that's the what's the
you're from West Virginia? Yeah, we know what y'all do.
How does a Tasmanian girl maintain her virginity? By being able to outrun her brothers. Why wasn't Jesus born in Tasmania? Couldn't find 4 wise men and a virgin. Yeah, they get paid out. And that they're aware of their inbreeder tag and embrace it to bless their cotton socks.
How do you circumcise a redneck? Kick a sister in the mouth.
Oh.
Kick your sister in the jaw.
Yeah. That's the Tasmanian way of. That's what we pay them out for anyway. Pointy heads. And in fact, here's another one for you, another great Tasmanian line, or a line of payout. There used to be a Australian cricket player named David Boone, and he was from Tasmania, and he was a pretty short dude, stocky as all hell, and the position he often fielded at was called short backward square leg. And the commentator, or the mock commentator, wasn't a real one, once referred to, on a comedy thing, referred to him as the 5'2" Tasmanian with the flared trousers. And I'll go into a bit of explanation just so as you get the whole deal. A short backward square leg on the on the cricket field is like really scarily close into the batsman. just behind him. If he fucks up a shot, you're in for the catch. If the ball is bad and he's about to hammer it, you're in line for that. So it's pretty full on. But in David Boone's case, short, well, 5'2". That's probably an exaggeration, but we'll roll with that. Backward Tasmanian. So he's backward straight away. Square leg, flared trousers. So those of us who were sort of like onto that whole sort of a deal when that came out, the 5'2" Tasmanian with the flared trousers, it certainly fit the description of David Boone. That said, in his time, he's one of the best players in the world and became an Australian selector. So it's not like the man was bad at the game.
Right.
It's just that he was a fucking Tasmanian, right? But yeah, that fight's from Tasmania. I also love the one where the two guys are clearly absolutely hammered. Particularly at the moment where one of them's trying to muster his chi power. As to how pissed they were is anyone's guess. Now, this may be an easy little maneuver. Let's have a look. Yes. Now.
So did it rain there like they were calling for today, Rob?
Oh, yeah. We probably could have gone out on the later start. But when we were looking at going out, there was some quite impressive lightning. And it was pissing down. So, yeah, no. No. We'd made the decision that what we were going to do was wait till... Thing about when we go carp fishing, as opposed to brim fishing, is that because we get up later to do that,
right?
If it transpires that the weather is sufficiently shit that it's just not going to happen, it's not a biggie. I'm already up at that hour anyway. Well, just happy to go back to bed.
I'll be honest. I was dedicated at one time. I would go when it was sleeting, raining. I've caught bass, put them in the boat when it was sleeting in the boat.
Jesus.
Yep.
Well, as you can gather,
get under trees, get out of the rain.
Oh, well, that's the thing. We're on. We're looking at the only real spots that we can go that are sufficiently under cover. We've never caught a fish at.
Yeah, there's some places there just aren't any fish, truthfully.
This one, I can see why there might be. And I would suggest there certainly are sometimes because I've seen dolphins swim around there.
Oh, really?
Yes, and they wouldn't go there if there was no food.
You said dolphins, right?
Yep.
Wow.
Quite a long way up the estuary too. Now, bearing in mind the estuary in question is fucking big. Like at its that point, it's still 300 yards across. What it is the area that in Adelaide is called the Port River is in fact a man-made river to a point, because the river originally ended in swamp, and slowly but surely they reclaimed a large part of the land and built on it. And yeah, that's how a lot of it is, that it was once swamp, now no longer is.
Right. Huh.
But ultimately, that's also why you get the river's so wide there, because ordinarily it would just move into swamp. It's yeah, you get the idea.
Yep.
Now, this is door trim I'm doing here.
Oh, Scott was in. I didn't realise that.
What's that?
Scott was in it. I didn't realise. I was too busy doing bubbles. He's from Tasmania. He's from Tasmania.
Yes, he is. Yes. He would be able to, he would have better Tasmanian jokes than I do. Any group that gets paid out on has far better jokes than any other group. Why? Because they've heard them all. Best sheep fucker jokes I ever got was straight off the Kiwis. Actually, one of the best lines I heard with regards to the Kiwis and sheep.
Get ready. Did you say sheep fuckers?
Yep. The big rep the Kiwis have is for being sheep fuckers. Now, here's a great line for you. I was paying a Maori dude out for that one, and now storyteller's note: Maori call white Kiwis pakiha. Just anyway, so we're giving him a hard time about being sheep fuckers, and he's come back with, "Oh no, bro, that's just the pakiha, hey." And I've hit him with, "Don't give me that. What about black sheep?" And look, the Kiwis wear those payouts with good graces. I've got to give it to them. Now in their case, it's a bit different, because there's a whole the ribbing the Kiwis and the Australians give each other is a bit more like brotherly ribbing. We'll give each other a hard time. We will contest fiercely on the sporting field. No prisoners will be taken, but they fight quite happily side by side in times of war. Hence the Anzac thing. You're like a brother nation. Here we go. It's a bit like the US and Canada until Trump came along.
Yeah.
I'll put it downstairs.
And that
All righty.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Now there's the part of the door trim on this. There's a little bit of trim that needs to be done there. A little bit up the top. And a little bit on the sides of the bonnet. And then I can get on to the wheel spokes. Deary me. Now, in this instance, I think it's raining again.
It's been raining on and off here all day as well. It's foggy this morning. It ain't been too cold, but just been last couple of days have been nasty.
Oh, I've got to send you a clip of this young lad, and the reason I just remembered then was because he's got, I guess, what would be the North Carolina accent. He's got a similar sort of voice to you. And the thing that's hilarious about him is he's talking that voice, and his mother's talking to him. And so you got stuff to do today? Yeah, I got to mow the grass and water the grass and pick up sticks. And
sweep off
it's his body language, though. It's glorious because what it is everything about him is a middle-aged man. Like at one stage he said, "Gotta go see if we got any mail." I already checked. Get some? Yeah, got some bills. And he actually does the, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have to send it to you. I think you'd cack yourself. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I need to see that.
Carpet hunting tomorrow.
Question 5. Oops, it does. I have.
But my son yesterday evening, he said, "You're such a child." I said, "Why?" I was watching them.
What were you watching?
Those fart jokes.
Nothing wrong with that.
Man, I love it. I'm sorry. You know, you don't want to be serious all the time, you know? Ain't no fun.
Well, look, I've said before.
I want to grow up.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Once I see a hippo fart live, my life is complete.
You haven't seen that David Attenborough show then? It showed that.
Pardon?
It's on David Attenborough's nature shows.
Oh no, I've seen them, but I want to see one live.
You'll see one in person.
I want to see this magnificent emanation in operation. I do.
He wants to be close enough he can feel the wind from it.
That's the one. You have to do a few tidy ups. That's okay. That's okay.
I know you don't like country songs, but I found this.
It's not that I don't like them. It's not that I listen to them very much. That's all.
which I thought was a actual real person singing. Come to find out, the bathroom says, "I told you so." Was AI generated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his name is Michael Bennett,
I've heard of him, actually.
and he sings one of his songs is "After I Pass Away." Man, it'll make you cry. It will.
Yeah.
So when I let Bassman listen to it, I said it's gonna make you cry.
And that's AI generated.
Yep.
Wow. That's scary.
I was like, man, I want to hear more of his songs, and a lot of them are on AGT, America's Got Talent, and yeah, AI generated.
Wow.
It's hard to distinguish that AI.
That's
Little
scary.
things you can pick out to see and tell that it's AI generated.
There are certain characteristics that give it away. In
But,
terms of, or
but
anything that's AI, there's usually a certain uh,
the
thing
songs
about it.
the songs are really, really good.
That's amazing. Of it's oh no. At least it's on the black thing there. I can do some tidy ups. Got some bloody paint on my finger, and where does it go? On the bloody
Yeah, I've
picture.
done that before. It sucks ass.
At least it's not going to be a disaster. It's just annoying.
'Cause I want to take that song and send it to my two daughters that for some reason don't have nothing to do with me and Basswoman.
Hmm.
Yeah, from a previous marriage, but she pretty much helped raise them. Bought them the first car, gave them the most expensive cell phone. They moved out of their mama's because they want to come live with us because their mama was forcing them to be in church and write verses out of the Bible and stuff like that.
Oh no. You can't force that on people.
No, they sure did though. And
No, that's not healthy.
yeah, when my oldest daughter turned 18, she moved out, moved to Raleigh, and ain't seen her since.
Wow.
Yeah. And, youngest daughter, she's 32 now, and ain't seen or heard anything out of her in 5 years.
Wow.
And I'm sorry. I mean, I might be looking at this wrong, but I've had 9 back surgeries. I last one that went to their house to see them. I mean, I feel like they should come up here and visit Daddy.
Well, wouldn't hurt.
In fact, I've made 2 different trips to see them and visit with them. And they live right here in the same area as we do, and they won't come around us, won't call, won't text. But you know what? I lay my head down every night knowing I done right by them.
Well, that's always a good thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have anything of that issue, that sort of size issue to deal with. The worst it gets for me is when I left my ex. She pretty much cut me off from all contact with my stepdaughter, despite the fact that my stepdaughter didn't want that. But it is what Sharon wanted. And it's at that point all you can say is, well, that's how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and that song that Michael Bennett sings, it kind of hits home with that.
Now,
nobody should take life for granted. Life's too short.
People do take it for granted. That's the inherent issue.
Yep. You're not promised tomorrow.
You're not. The other thing I've concluded over the years is life is far too short to be spent being angry. And a lot of people don't seem to get that.
That's why Bob Hope's philosophy. He said that's why he's lived to be as long as he has. Old as he has. He doesn't get angry. Don't get mad.
And the other reason is because, of course, well, he's lived like Glenn Quagmire, giggity. And all that can be said at that point is, all right, giggity.
It's true. You know, that's why I always joke and play and cut up. You know, I try to make them laugh every day. I tell my son, I said, don't let the rapper fool you. I said, I'm really a smart person. I said, I just play stupid.
I try to explain to people that if they try to want to understand what I'm doing or why I do things, they need to understand I'm an overgrown child.
Absolutely.
I remember once, I actually did have somebody who clearly understood that quickly. At a course I was doing, of all places. Basically we were taking through this sort of like game that you can do and da da da. And the point being that you had to start off with 2 balls, juggling them. And as has been explained, I've said, well, this game's unfair. It gives us blokes an advantage. And the course conveners looked at me quite, looking on, oh, how so? We already know how to do it through the 2 ball juggle. And as everyone's had a bit of a hearty laugh at that one, this one woman's looked at me and said she didn't mean it angrily or anything, it was just like she said, you're a child. Yep.
Yeah, I know a few folks, man, that would frown upon what I do and what I collect. Hell, we're all 3 collecting here.
Fuck them.
But you know, there's more adult collectors now than there ever has been.
I would say so. And you know what I reckon?
More adults now than they are children.
Well, here's something to consider. I actually had this discussion with some people who worked at said store. Apparently, hobby stores enjoyed a real resurgence during COVID. Because, of course, people were having to be well locked away and couldn't go places and yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
So you needed to find something to do.
Yeah, that's when a lot of collectors actually really came out after COVID, you know?
Now, once I'm not going to get the real things done today, I don't reckon. I'm starting to get a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Flogged?
Flogged?
Yeah, not in a sexual way.
Sure.
But in a, just been focusing in for a long time, you know what I mean?
I'm going to step away for about 1 minute. I'll be right back.
No worries. Should I? Oh, I might do one. Let's see. It's on the cards. I might. We'll see. Now, I'm glad I managed to get the bonnet sawn apart.
I was wondering if
I'm back.
I'd be an idea to put some the 2 sides, little tabs for when the bonnet sits on top.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 2 sides. So I'll just have to get a couple of I'll probably use some old rockets, maybe, that I'm not using on an aircraft. They're almost the perfect sort of length. Certainly the perfect width for that sort of caper. Yeah, I'm hearing that I'm hearing more rain. So yeah, I reckon it probably would have been quite wet if we'd gone fishing.
Yep.
Now,
When I was fishing bass tournaments, me and my partner, his name was actually Chris as well. That's kind of weird. And he had us some coats made, raincoats with all kinds of sponsors and logos and stuff on it. It was
wow.
It was really cool. I actually still got it. I wear it occasionally.
A proper fishing jacket is a wonderful thing.
It is. It is. I even went to the flea market and found a lady who done embroidery, and I had a crankbait put on one sleeve and a plastic worm put on the other sleeve.
I'm going to probably wind the stream up, I reckon, because next I've got to get to the spokes. That's the last thing to detail, I think. Well, there's not much else other than that. So, here we go. There's the paint on my hands again. To that end, so all I did there was on the side of the bonnet, you got a bit of chrome that needs to go on there as well. So yes.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you. Now I'm not quite sure if I've overdone the chrome at the back on this one here. It sort of goes a bit there as well, as you can see. A bit at the top, but it seemed to follow around there. I guess in a worst case scenario, I can repaint.
No, that looks right to me.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think, wouldn't you? If it goes, there's no actual break in that. It seems to go all the way around. There'll be a little tidy up. Concern, not there. Indeed, how much do I get concerned about? Absolutely fucking nothing, that's what. Yeah. Every time I do, I rinse my brushes. I can't help but think that as a man with epilepsy, clearly I have a natural advantage in this area. We should be making jokes about that. Ah, fuck them.
I don't know.
I'm allowed. It's my disorder.
That's true.
Don't tell me what my parameters are, man.
That's it. Damn.
All righty, gentlemen. I shall give you a bit of solo time. Here, maybe we'll just get over to the desk.
Solo.
That's it. Now I'm going to scooch out a bit. There we go. Now, Bassman.
Bassman.
Oh, right. That's looking very pretty, mate.
Yep. About finished Starsky's car and Hutch. I put
that's pretty.
The Ford on the hood.
Oh, go you.
Gran Torino on each side or on the other side.
Nice.
Got the, what is that? I don't know if you can see it or not. Around the trunk lid, it's got Ford as well.
Oh, that's very pretty.
Can't see the interior because it's smut black, but the interior is detailed out with a wood grain dash on it. I got the light with a cord
Oh,
running.
yeah. That was always the classic thing they did, wasn't it? They had the little light.
Yep. And got all the spark plug wires, alternator wires,
Nice.
wires, all wired up.
Cool.
Got where the fan motor is, detailed. The brake.
Good one.
Turned out nice, man. I'm real excited about it.
Looks very pretty. Yeah, and rightly so. That's good. That's very pretty, mate.
Thanks, sir.
All right, David. How you doing?
How you do?
Got the engine.
How you doing? Oh, yeah. That's how.
Oh,
That's what the. Okay, so you're sort of just further down the track than I am, as it were. Jolly
I got
good.
the bottom pieces in as well. I
nice.
didn't realise what I was doing wrong, and so I changed it. So
Okay.
But I got to do carpet hunting tomorrow. There's some pieces missing. So,
Yeah, I might be doing carpet. We've got the interior largely done.
Carpet hunting.
It's cool stuff. All righty. Hang on. Need to get my camera there. All righty. Well, today's my camera's decided to play McSaggy on me.
That could be a new sport, carpet hunting.
Carpet hunting. That's funny. All right. Well, that's us done for the day. Thanks for watching, everyone. First-time viewers, time to hit that button of follow, like, or subscribe.
midnight.
Now, other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And follow, like, or subscribe. Yes, that Bassman's on the program. I tell you. Oh, dearie me, David. Don't be losing that lung now. You might need those. Oh, Lordy. Anywho, tomorrow we'll be back. And I reckon we'll be back at the same time. So at the end of the day, we'll be back tomorrow. Same kit time, same kit channel. We'll catch you good people then. See yous.
Bye.
Bye.